Yes, to talk about it is dermatologist Dr. Doris Day. Thanks for being here with us. Okay, so these changes, doctor, are long overdue. Are they what you expected?
They're not what we thought was coming, but we're happy that they finally did arrive. And when you think about it, it's a really big problem with skin cancer because there are about 3.5 million skin cancers a year. Wow. It's the most common type of cancer. And melanoma is the most common cancer of young people 25 to 29 years old. And it's the second most common type of cancer in adolescents from 15 to 29. So it's very common and it's deadly.
Yeah.
So to protect is so important. And what the FDA has done is that they've simplified. So now when you make two claims, there's now all you have to look for are two things, broad spectrum and the SPF number. And as you mentioned, it's really important to protect against both UVA and UVB because both can cause skin cancer. That's why we know tanning salons are so dangerous. We knew, but now the FDA has come out and we know without a doubt.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion over SPF still. I mean, people can't quite figure it out.
Right, so now when you look at SPF below 15, not only does it not give you broad spectrum, but they actually have to put an alert on it like they used to have to do with cigarette, or they do now with cigarette boxes.
So it has to be above SPF 15.
Right, to make a claim of protecting against skin cancer and premature aging. Below, it can say it protects against sunburn, but not against skin cancer and premature aging. And then if it says broad spectrum, the FDA has introduced guidelines as to what it means to be able to make that claim so that the industry, the products being made, now have to meet more stringent guidelines to make that broad spectrum claim. So right now, to be broad spectrum can mean almost anything.
So something that I like to use a lot and I like to put on my kids is the waterproof.
Right.
Does that count for anything? Does it change the game at all?
It's
gone.
More? No more waterproof.
What?
So now waterproof is out the door because now they can only say water resistant or very water resistant. So now water resistant will have two categories. It will be 40 minutes and 80 minutes depending on the testing. But there's no more sweat proof or waterproof.
Oh, so those sport active ones?
Right. And they can't even make claims about being immediately effective because that's going to require a separate labeling. So they have to go through separate testing. So now a lot of the things that they could say before, they cannot say. And the FDA is being a little bit tighter in what all the rules are. And, you know, this is really huge because it is overwhelming and it is confusing.
It is. It's a lot of people can't figure it out. So you're saying, bottom line, give us the headline here. It's going to be a lot simpler.
Yes. All you look for is broad spectrum, and that means that you have both UVA and UVB protection, and look for an SPF of 15 or higher. And now they can make the claim that it protects against sunburn, skin cancer, and premature aging.
Okay, and just really quick, how much in advance are you supposed to put it on before you go out into the sun? Does
About
it make
15 minutes to help it sink in and to settle, and then reapply every 2 hours and be sun smart. Sun protection, sunscreen is your last ditch effort. Use a hat, wear sunglasses, wear physical protection, stay in the shade when you can, and use sunscreen, but it's not the only measure.
Broad spectrum and anything above SPF 15,
and you're set.